Welcome to my little space where heart and hook stitch up a place where we can together make a refuge safe for all our sake. Welcome to another vlog. I am officially in a pattern testing group right now for Star Lily Creations, and we are pattern testing for the Flower of Life shrug, which I'm pretty sure I've made around 100 of those. Because I was supplying her with some, I've sold several. Yeah, I've supplied her with a lot for when she goes to sell at music festivals and stuff, because she can't really make up enough stock when she has something that's selling really well, and those were selling really well. So you've seen me make them in past vlogs a bunch of times, but I'm gonna make one. I just selected some yarns, and I'm going sort of like a pretty light colored and neutral type of look vibe to it. I'm thinking it reminds me a little bit of like champagne and rosé, because there's like some pale pinks and some sort of champagne color, and then there's like some off-whites. So let me show you. Apologies for the sound quality shifting. In those first clips, I realized my mic wasn't on because I didn't have the part plugged into my phone. But anyway, here is a lineup that I've made. And I've kind of decided that this is the order I'm going to go in, from the center of each panel on outward for each row. And then this is extras I have of some of the yarns. So yeah, these kind of fun ribbony yarns, they work just fine. And then we've got like, this one's like kind of fluffy. This one's kind of fluffy. This is just like an old vintage red heart. We've got an eyelash yarn, and then just a basic soft acrylic. So that's how I like to make things special, by using cheapo stuff with fancy, fun, frilly stuff. I wanted to show how fantastic this is looking. So this is the first two rows of the Flower of Life stitch for the neck panel, and then these are the two side panels. Because they're solid, they have the first two rows are here in the center, and then this is the third and fourth row of these. So these panels will become eventually sleeves. So we can start to imagine it's gonna be fabulous. It feels and looks so luxurious. Look at this like champagne kind of color ribbon yarn. And so I know it feels a little bit flamboyant, but we are going to tone it down with the next row being this. So I believe this is acrylic. Let's see. Is it? No. Virgin Orlon. Is that a wool? You know, this is reminding me that rainbowy yarn that I was using for crocheting hearts. I've now run out of that, but I have a bunch of hearts already crocheted. That was wool, and it was like this, and I thought it was... I don't know what Orlon is. I will flash it on the screen if it's not wool, because I don't know. I will look that up. Oh, never mind. Orlon acrylic fiber. Sorry about that. Virgin Orlon acrylic fiber. I'm going to look into that and see what that means. I've never seen that before, or at least taken note of that before. I found this on Wikipedia. DuPont created the first acrylic fibers in 1941 and trademarked them under the name Orlon. It was first developed in the mid-1940s, but was not produced in large quantities until the 1950s. So yeah, the next row on all of these panels will be this. That will kind of tone it down a little bit. So there will be a good amount of fuzz on it though. This fuzzy, fabulous yarn. like that little subtle bit of pink here in the center. I'm totally feeling like fizzy champagne type of vibes with this. Like a little rosé in there too. It feels very luxe. I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. I couldn't help but notice how well this is matching my art on my wall here. This was a gift from my partner. It's a flying spaghetti monster. But just look how they go together. I had about an hour and a half that I had to kill in the car on this day, so I brought with me in my little Trump in jail bag the shrug to work on. So I made some progress while sitting in the car. By the way, I call this crochet. I've said before I could create a whole dictionary of just my made up terms. Crochet is one of them. And back home, this is how my cat watched me finish the shrug. Look how gorgeous this is in the flat lay.
All right, we're about to get steam. It looks like it was a little over the max length, so hopefully that's okay. Not happening yet. Not yet. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I'm not completely sure how careful I need to be with these materials. These sort of fancy, the fuzzy, and also the ribbon yarn. So the idea is to steam it to help the whole garment relax a little bit. I'll do this side first, and then I'll turn it around to the other side, and then I'll do the other length on both sides as well. I'm afraid to get too close. We'll see how this goes.
This just needs to air dry, and I'll photograph it tomorrow. I put on one of my pretty dresses that I pretty much only wear for photo shoots anymore because it's really not that comfortable to wear for an entire day. And this is where I set the bottom half of a doll stand to prop my phone on, and I dropped it. So this is the pool equipment, and this is just the right height to get what I like. How's that for a photo shoot, eh? So I went ahead and quickly after the photo shoot changed into something more conventional. That dress, I love it. I love it, especially for photo shoots and with those shrugs, but it is kind of uncomfortable if I wear it for like a whole day because it has that little skinny strap that ties at the back of the neck and then the elastic that goes across the back. Just wearing elastic that's like against you all day, and that's what's holding the dress up, like at the back of your neck by the skinny little strap, it just gets uncomfortable. It's okay though for photo shoots. It's great for photo shoots. And this shirt, it matches my like everyday jewelry. Anyway, I wear this earring, this turquoise, and these rings every single day, and I sleep in them and I shower in them. Yeah. So I don't have any orders at the moment. I did list the shrug in my shop and the new Nana, so those are all available. And I have yarn ready to make some more batch making of flying spaghetti monsters, because I really need to do that. Because by the end of the year, I will sell so many that I run out, and then I will have to make them, and I won't be able to get them shipped out as fast. So I really need to take some time to do that. So I'm designating the rest of today at least to making flying spaghetti monster parts. So I need to make the beige parts to go with the meatballs. I already have meatballs made, and I'm just gonna see how much I can get through. So I'll take you along the journey with me. And also, by the way, not in this video, but in next week's video, you'll get to see clips, because next week I'm going to be going camping with my partner. So I'll take some little, I'll document a little bit of that when I'm camping and crocheting while camping, and I'll plug that into next week's video. So that's something to look forward to. You know, sales have been a little bit slow, so I only had one item to ship out on this day, and it's this panda that I made in last week's vlog. Check it out if you haven't already. But my customer, Alicia here, I wanted to put together a little reel, and I got her permission first, and this is everything she bought from me since January 2024 was the first item, this shrug you're seeing right here. So this took me quite a bit of time, I have to admit, a few days ago to put this reel together, and I'm sharing it here because I put too much time into it for it to just be a reel and not be in this vlog as well. But this is everything she bought from me in a little over 2 years. It's 22 items, including this look-alike doll. So please enjoy. I put who all the patterns are by, if they're not by me. So you can feel free to check out those other artists and support them as well. Okay, there have been 3 No Kings protests, and I went ahead and went to the third one with my same sign, but with a different Nana. I've had a different Nana on this sign each time, and I always just have a quick explanation for my Nanas Against Trump art project, so I can explain to people who stop and ask. And I was once again passing out hearts as I made them. Okay, so for a couple of days I had a lot of visiting to do, and we went to the protest, which you saw, and this is how much I have. I have 1 flying spaghetti monster already finished, and I have 4 more that are this much put together. They just need their final noodle placement. And now I have pulled out and organized my scrap balls. Once again, they are lined up from smallest to largest. And what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to go back to making one row of each color, but I will just take the first 3 right there, and I will alternate one row of each until something runs out, and then I will add in the next one to replace it. So it will slowly transition between from these to then these to then these to then these along the doll. And I don't think with one Nana I won't get super far with this. I might not even get to the end of this first row. I'm not sure. So this might go for like 2 Nanas. And for at least this next one, I just grabbed a random scrappy, not scrappy, fuzzy, frilly eyelash yarn to just do the border around the breasts. So it has a little bit of that. But the rest will be all stripy, kind of shifting between these colors. So I'm just over here crocheting my little heart away on my next Nana. And which, by the way, I still haven't run out of any of those 3 balls of yarn, and look how far I've come up. So most of the Nana is going to be very homogeneous. I'm not sure when I'm going to run out of one of these yarns. This might go for most of the Nana. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think I will run out of one of them before I completely finish. But I don't know. So it's funky and fun. It's yellow, red, and purple so far. And I'm going to set that aside now because I just got a message on Etsy from a potential customer who asked me when would I be able to ship a Kamala doll, and do I have one ready to ship, or how fast would I be able to make one and ship one? And for just one Kamala doll, I was like, depending on how fast you need it, I could just make it tonight and ship tomorrow morning. And they were like, well, in that case, can you make both of your Kamalas? Because I saw one in a suit and one in her pride outfit from several years back. And yeah, I don't have any more made up still. I do still have one Tim Walls. Back when they were running for president and vice president, I was making so many, I was selling so many of them that I just started batch making them 10 at a time of both the Kamala and the Tim. Oh, sorry. And the Tim dolls, they both all sold out completely except for one Tim Walls doll. So I think I've made a few more Kamalas since then, but obviously I'm not batch making them in large quantities anymore. But so since she wants 2, I won't be shipping them tomorrow. I said, well, I can ship on Tuesday because today is Sunday. So I figured I would show you a little bit of time lapse behind the scenes while I make those. So the next thing I want to do, I am going to set that aside for now, the Nana. It is Sunday. That doesn't need to be finished until Wednesday. However, I'm also going to be out of cell range on Wednesday. I won't have internet on Wednesday because I'll be camping until Friday, from Tuesday afternoon till Friday afternoon. And so that's also just a heads up that when this video goes live, shortly after this video goes live on Tuesday, I will be out of cell range and out of internet access. And so if you contact me on Etsy, I won't be able to get back to you until Friday, or if you contact me anywhere. And I will not be putting my Etsy shop on vacation mode because I've learned that that kills your SEO, which I don't want to do again, ever. So if somebody contacts me there, I'll just have to take that ding on the star seller badge for not getting back to somebody within 24 hours. And that's okay. I'd rather lose the star seller badge for a month potentially than have my search engine optimization dwindled down to like 0 again. So that being said, I'm going to set this off to the side, and I need to go grab an assortment of yarns for the 2 Nanas. No, for the 2 Kamalas. So the Pride Kamala uses a lot of yarns because she's got the rainbow striped jacket. Is it Yeah, the body of the jacket is rainbow striped. The sleeves are like a denim color, and not just rainbow striped, but like sparkly rainbow striped. So I have some sparkly yarns that I use for that, but I also, for anything that I don't have a sparkly yarn for, I incorporate along with the yarn a strand of either sparkly silver or sparkly gold. And I don't remember off the top of my head which sparkly yarns I need to do that for. So I'll show you that when I get that all laid out. All right, so I have my spread here. On this side, I have for the business suit version of Kamala. And on this side, as you can tell, is for the rainbow pride outfit Kamala. And in the center, these are yarns that go for both dolls. So I'm going to make them, kind of batch make them at the same time. So I will make like 2 heads, and then I will make both torsos, and so on and so forth. Oh yes, and I forgot to mention, so looks like I do have sparkly yarns for everything except for the orange. So that's why I have this orange thread to crochet along, sorry, this gold thread to crochet along with this orange yarn. I've done that before for various colors depending on what's available. Sometimes sparkly yarn in a particular color is just not available. So whichever seems to pair better, silver or gold, I will use that to go along with a regular yarn to give it some shine. I think I said I was going to get to doing some time lapse and I didn't. So I'm just showing you the behind the scenes pictures because I needed to get ready to go camping and I needed to get these dolls just finished and shipped. So, and I also just needed to wrap up this video. So I know this vlog is not as intensive, but that's the way it goes. And as you're watching this one, I'm likely up in the forest away from internet and enjoying a few days crocheting some nanas in the woods. I'm so pleased I hit another 10 subscribers, so now we're at 480. I apologize for this vlog. I think it's a little bit rushed and it's not as full of joyful video content of me speaking, so a lot of voiceover I know, but definitely tune in next week to see some of my camping adventures, and for now I'm going to sign out by saying crochet hooks and colors bright, crafting wonders day and night. Join the fun, come see it through, subscribe, and I'll create for you.